Welcome to another episode of Mr. Therapist and the Counselor Podcast. We are your guide to personal recovery, whether you're dealing with an addiction, a mental health issue, or you're just trying to figure some things out in life. We empower you through raw conversations and demystifying therapy. We are the best mental health and recovery podcast, and we encourage you to listen. And if you find any value, if you get a laugh, if this dude makes you laugh, share the freaking show, man. Jesse O.
This week on Time Sessions, we talk about why people make resolutions.
Thanks for watching. Let's go. Hey, bro, I got something to say, dude.
We're on.
I got something to say.
We're live. We're back.
We got to do better.
How?
This year.
How so?
Our audio is kind of fucked up sometimes. Like, our video is a little... It's just like, we got to do better, dog.
We can. We will do better.
We are sorry for these past mishaps. We're just trying to figure this out.
You mean like the grainy looking, out of focus?
Out of focus.
Yeah.
There's, that a couple episodes ago, we had like the last 4 minutes of the audio was a little weird.
Yeah. Listen, man, I was thinking about, you're such a tech master, dude. You've turned into this like Bill Gates keyboard master. It's impressive.
Thank you, man.
I feel like that you can make us better just visually.
Thank you, because I look good.
You look good, bro. That jacket, I'm telling you what, I'm thinking like for the next 6 months, you just wear that jacket on every episode. Yeah.
I got it for Christmas. I think
is that one of your Christmas presents? Yeah.
Maybe birthday, but yeah.
We'll
do better though.
Last time we recorded, it's been a minute. Yeah. It is now. It's almost 2024. We're on the cusp. Dog. On the cusp of 2024 here.
No, it is 2024.
No, well, it's airing. Yeah, you're right. But it's like
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. It's 2024.
Oh man, I hope you're on track with your goals.
Have you heard how the 31st? I guess it was 12.
Oh, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, there you go. You did it right. I screwed it up by even starting the way I did. So, I was gonna say last time we recorded, I got like extremely sick.
Yeah, you did, dude. I was concerned for you.
Yeah, man. I had the walking pneumonia. It's funny when you tell people like you have walking pneumonia. People are like, "Why is it walking?" Yeah. No, seriously. Like, what do you mean it's walking? I'm like, I don't know. Mean? I felt like I had to just leave off the walking part because people just thought I was like kind of making a joke. But walking pneumonia is like, it's basically your more functioning like type of pneumonia. I picture.
It's almost like people maybe don't take it as serious because you're not bedridden, but it's still pretty serious.
Yeah, like when you have pneumonia, I think that people are thinking you're like, you can't get out of bed. It's really, really serious. But I had a lower grade case of pneumonia.
But I got to give you credit, dude, because we were doing the episode with Liz.
Yeah.
And you were here, and like halfway through that episode, you started feeling ooh, I'm sick.
Yeah, dude, I felt it hit me hard, man. So it was a rough
go. But you powered through, bro.
I did. I got through, and we're back recording. It's 2024. I'm alive. I'm breathing. Yeah. Lungs are still a little like trying to figure that out, but pneumonia, it's there's a lot of stuff going around right now. People are getting sick. I said I went to the doctor and they said like, people are getting sick and they're not getting better. I'm laughing as I say that because I'm like, there's just so many different like variants and viruses right now. So it's just take care of yourself. Yes. Self-care means like be healthy and So as it is the new year, new year, new you, maybe. I don't know. This week, we're going to start the clock. We're going to talk about the concept of resolutions. New Year's, before the ball drops. You like watching them balls drop?
No.
Okay. Have they yet? All right. So when the ball drops, it's people, they set these resolutions. This has been something they've been doing back in the day, back in even Roman times. I think Julius Caesar, he was even setting up them resolutions.
For real?
Yeah, for real. I think back in the day, it's probably a different type of mentality back then.
Oh, so you're a philosophizer now.
Yeah. I'm Socrates. Just kidding. I know it's Socrates. But so people make resolutions. They do it every year. Do you make resolutions? Is that something you like go, hey, I got to do?
I make goals, but I don't. It's not always like.
That's not what I asked.
Yeah, I mean, is resolution is just like it's.
What does it mean to resolute
what does
something?
it mean to resolute, dude?
Yeah.
What is resoluting?
I'm gonna resolve this. I'm gonna do this thing, and I'm gonna.
But it's relevant.
Do a solution
it's
with
relevant
a read.
to the new year, right? Like it's
It's something we do. It's kind of like we talked about this on probably the most recent episode that aired of Mr. Therapist and the Counselor every Friday, streaming brand new episodes.
Subscribe.
So what we talked about is like, we look back at the year, opportunities we lost, and then we go, hey, you know what? I'm going to take it back.
Yeah.
By doing this, I'm going to set some goals. So resolutions is a very common thing that people will do on New Year's Eve. So
resolutions get a lot of hate too around this time.
Well, I think it's a lot of things. I think when people do that, like I've heard people say, I hate making resolutions. It's kind of like when they say, like, I hate Christmas. It's kind of like, boy, you got a lot of negative energy into something that's just like a goal you got to set for yourself, as you said. But why do you think?
I'm always setting goals, though, dude.
Yeah, you are a goal setter.
Yeah,
You're that guy that busts out. You have that like little notebook, and you like write down your list of goals.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? 12 years, 3 years, 1 year, 6 months.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm always setting goals. I feel like the new year is nothing new for me.
Ooh, what do you mean by that?
That means that like the goal setting is just continuously going. It's not like doesn't feel like, ooh, January 1st, like I'm gonna finally get my shit together. I just feel like, okay, I'm gonna set a new set of goals this like again, or I'm gonna review the goals that I've already set for myself because like I'm it's a continuous thing for me. So I feel like when I hear New Year's resolution, I feel like it brings to mind like one time out of the year I sit down and I just think about what I'm going to dedicate to do this year. But I that's not how I function. I think I'm always on that like mentality, so it doesn't feel very special to the new year.
I just had this thought. It might be prolific, it might not. But I was thinking like those last couple weeks of like December, a lot of times people are like,
can you define prolific for me, please?
No. So a lot of what I think that those last couple weeks, people are maybe kind of checked out. I know, like when I'm
December.
Yeah, I don't want to say when I'm working with clients, I'm probably as present as I can.
You're giving them nothing.
I have nothing left to give you. I'm so burnt out. No, like I think a lot of times that people when they those last 2 weeks, anyways, of the month is like I think that people are just kind of checked out, like it's the end of the year. You ever had that conversation of like, well, we'll revisit it like at the beginning of the new year. I think people are kind of like, they're kind of done. They almost look at the first as like a restart. So I think a lot of times people are like, you know what? The first of the year, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. So I think that's why I think creating a resolution is kind of like a kickstart to get off your ass, get a little bit more motivated because maybe for the last 2 weeks, hold on one sec. I saw him. He was going to cut me.
You're on fire. Keep going.
For the last 2 weeks, like you're kind of checked out. And I did also read recently, like this year, 2023, or last year, 2023, was probably one of the most stressful. It's like the most stressful holiday ever.
Yeah.
Now, and that's probably all because financially things are getting more difficult. I don't know how many times people will say like everything's expensive now, right? So people are kind of like they're coming off this like possibly very stressful time of year, so they're like, okay, I'm gonna recharge, reset. Here's a resolution.
Yeah, it's like the seasonal depression stuff we talked about.
Yeah, seasonal affective disorder.
Seasonal affective. It's like
overwhelmed by family.
Walking pneumonia over here, so it's really tough time. Yeah, for sure. And inflation, right? Inflation all time high.
Yeah.
So yeah, for sure. I forgot what I was gonna say
because I did the whole finger thing
too.
I'm sorry, dude. I just felt like I had to like.
Hey, dude,
my lungs are damaged. I told you that. Yeah. So people make.
I remember what I was gonna say.
Do it.
All right. So what I was gonna say was like, have you? I don't know. Like, I kind of get. I heard this from a couple people actually. I listen to a lot of podcasts, motivation podcasts, stuff like that, and they always say like, don't start January 1st. Like, start right now, like December 5th. Like right now as you're listening to this podcast, start today, because if you wait to start January 1st, you're going to get behind. Get ahead of everyone else, as this very competitive sort of mentality. Get ahead of everyone else and start the momentum now. Then January 1st, you're already like starting the year running, versus when you start running, you start with a little jog first, a little warm up stretch and whatnot. But yeah, I actually really respond to that.
Do you?
Yeah, you gave an ugly face there.
I did. I don't know so much. I think it's like these are the last part of December. I think I need that like buffer of like comfort of like, okay, you know what? Yeah. Looking back, man, there's been ups and there's been downs, and I'm like, I kind of like that it's slow a little bit. It's kind of like when I hit the freeway and like traffic is like it's slower when I get to go to work. I'm like, this is good. I need like this calm and peace before it cracks wide open again and I'm back at the swing of things. So I see what you're saying. Get a jump start on things, but I feel like these last like the end of the year is kind of like that. Like, I don't know, just that warm blanket that I need to kind of cozy up and get as much rest as I can. But then it's like covers off, butt naked. Here I go, So I don't sleep naked. But anyways, but like I'm just saying, like.
So do you do the resolutions?
I do. Yeah. I do the resolution. I do the resolution. So
what are your? Do you want to share?
I want to talk about that in a little bit, but first I want to say like probably the most common resolutions, right? People are like, what are the most common ones that people like say? Hey, starting the first of the year, I'm going to do this.
Lose weight.
Right. That's probably most popular. Go to the gym. People always joke how like
I hate the gym. January.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because people are just like beast mode. I've never been in beast mode and. Yeah, people. It gets very crowded. Maybe they just got a gym membership. They're gonna go hard, right? So hard, right? So yeah, losing weight, getting exercise, diet. Yeah. What else are there? What do you think?
Like saving money.
Saving money. Yeah.
Like I spent all this money on Christmas gifts, and
I think a lot of times like people maybe the first of the year start to cut out like bad habits.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna stop smoking. Maybe I'm gonna stop drinking. Working in recovery, a lot of people are like, you know what? Once again, new year, new me.
You get a lot of patients in.
Yeah, I think there comes a flow of like patients, clients that come in. They go, you know what? I'm gonna get sober. This is the start of something. So I think that's very common. So, but I think also like there's probably also the idea of like looking for career, like new jobs and careers. So
I know someone who's gonna stop smoking because they want to like get a new level up at their job, and they want to like test positive, so they're gonna make this positive change into their life and
cut out the hibbity dibbity.
Cut out the hibbity dibbity. We had some comments about that.
We did. We'll talk about that soon, right? So before I reveal like my home resolutions, but a little bit, but like I did the reason I also wanted to talk about this is that I read the statistic that like people do make resolutions. It's a very popular thing, a New Year's kind of Eve day tradition, but I read that like 8% of people that make these resolutions tend to not hit their goal. They fall off.
92% failure rate.
92% do not resolute. So like why are we setting ourselves up for failure?
They get blue goals.
What?
Never mind.
Is that like with the ball dropping thing?
Kinda, yeah.
Nice, dude. Let's high five that one. Boom.
I like stopping you in your tracks.
I know. Sometimes when I get stumped, I'm like, I thought it was like some kind of clinical term, and I just missed it. I was like, is that in the DSM?
Blue goals.
But so why do people continue to like kind of punish themselves with this failure?
Do you think that's what it is? You punish yourself for your failure? I think.
Do you think people are just naturally good at just screwing up?
Yeah, I mean, I think the thing that makes goals so enticing is that they're really hard to achieve, right? And it's something that pushes you, and it's something that like you add a little bit of pressure. There's some fulfillment in being able to like think about, like what's gonna happen when I do accomplish this, and you get motivated and you feel good. But yeah, I think like I don't know. I don't think it's a bad thing that only 8% succeed, because I think in a way, you probably don't want to focus on the destination as much as you want on the journey, right? Like falling in love with the journey of your goal, and every day what you got to do, daydreaming about what it's gonna be like when you're finally there. But yeah, I mean, once you get to any goal, I mean, you've accomplished a goal, I'm sure. Yeah. It feels good for a little bit, and then it's like, what's next, kind of, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so, yeah, you can't get too enamored with the goal. You have to, like, find love in the journey and sometimes the journey leads to failures, but you don't give up, and that's a good thing.
Yeah. So, back to like, you asked me making my own resolutions. Yeah, I think I got a few different ones. I think one would be like the one resolution was try to like, make this podcast, try to be as successful as we can with this. I think consistency, like that's one of my like, is that a resolution? I guess that's kind of like, like try to make this, try to extend this.
Try to grow it.
Yeah, exactly. There's that. There's some career, like
share the show, bro. Help him with his resolution.
There are some like career goals that I'm like, kind of like looking at right now. I can make some changes, goals. And I mean, I'm not like, there's not a resolution when it comes to like health, but so I don't have anything like that.
No.
How about you?
Like losing weight or
no? I mean, I guess of course I want to be more healthy.
You're
or like
pretty healthy anyway, right?
I do, but like Mom's Christmas cookies were on point this year, so it's like maybe cut out sugar for a little while.
It always smells like Taco Bell in here for some reason. I don't know why.
That's my pregame oral. I think I was good with the Taco Bell until, like I said, I got pneumonia from Taco Bell. Who fucking knows? But no, I love you, Taco Bell. Sponsor us.
Yes.
But like there's those goals as well. I think cutting out caffeine might be like a.
Oh damn.
That's a hard one, man. It's like my last vice. It's like my last thing of like hope of getting like really fucked up and high on stuff is like chugging a bunch of Red Bulls and Ghosts and Monsters and Rock Stars and all at one time in one sitting. Going, but like also just kind of
that doesn't give you pneumonia, right?
I hope not. But like, I think I got one of them. Where's your ugly jug that you always carry around with the big old water? Yeah, what'd you name her?
This is Patricia.
Well, yeah, Patricia. You always carry around Patricia, and I was like, man, that's like such a nerd box that you carry around. But like, I got one myself.
He's jealous.
I got one. I actually got a liquid death one. Liquid, yeah, it's called the Slaughter bottle. Ooh. Yeah, so but I'm gonna try to drink more water because I heard like water actually like is good for you.
No way.
I guess it's natural. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love an electrolyte when I can get one, but like, those are like things like that. I think I sat back as I was sick. Like I'm like I really want to do this and I really do that. So yeah, I did create some resolution. I don't know. I guess
do you usually fail with your resolutions? Are you part of the 8%?
I'm a procrastinator. I think everybody procrastinates though, right?
I heard something about procrastination the other day.
Let me hear it.
There's no such thing as procrastination. People don't really procrastinate. People just don't know how to get themselves motivated enough to prioritize the thing that they're supposed to do to get there.
This could be a lively debate because I feel like everybody procrastinates at some type of level. Like if you say you don't procrastinate, that's not true. There's probably something. Yeah, you're right. Maybe you're not motivated to do it, but like, that's in self, right? So we got to push and try to find some motivation. Yeah. Like, there's some things like most definitely gonna push off. Like, there is some like debt that I owe, and I'm like, there is something that I owe like financially when it comes to like school loans, and I'm like, I've been talking about
you owe me like $500.
Let's not talk about that on air. But the gambling issues run deep. Fantasy Football League was hard this season. Actually, that's not true. I did really well. Fell kind of short, but
you got eliminated,
dude.
I'm still in.
Yeah, we could talk about that another time. But I mean, I think that I think everybody procrastinates at some level. So, but you feel like that's a pretty interesting.
No, I do procrastinate for sure. But I think I'm reading this book called The Power of Now. Have you heard about it?
No, tell me about it.
It's a pretty popular book. So it just talks about being mindful.
Is it an audio?
Embracing the present moment. Actually, I'm reading an audio book, or I'm listening to the audio of it.
Yeah. I got no time for fucking books. Hashtag no time for books.
And so it talks about being able to be more present and challenging you to like embrace the now. And so that's really helped with finding motivation, I guess, because a lot of times when I'm procrastinating, I'm thinking about the future. I'm thinking about how hard it's going to be. I'm thinking about, what I'd rather be doing. And so, sometimes it's okay to like, if you want to binge a Netflix show, like, all right, you can fucking do it to your full extent right now. Like, don't make yourself feel guilty about it. Just enjoy that process. And then when you're done with it, like, then you can go back to the goal that you're working on. So that's helped me with the procrastination a little bit.
That's kind of my mentality on like let's say I buy some Oreos, right? If I buy a bunch of Oreos, I'm gonna eat all this shit in one setting, right? Like kind of like the same thing, right? Like I'm not gonna wait. I'm gonna smash all these Oreos, get them done. Like point.
I feel guilty about it.
Yeah, just get it done, get it in, right? Eat all those Oreos. So is that kind of like what that is a little bit?
Guess so. Yeah.
The power of what was it?
The power of now.
Power of now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's a superpower, dog.
Yeah.
But yeah, I might start 75 Hard again.
Do we tell them what 75 Hard is again?
75 Hard is a mental toughness program. And so you're supposed to be doing 5 different tasks every single day for 75 days straight. It's drinking a gallon of water, reading 10 pages of a personal development book, working out 45 minutes twice a day. One has to be outside. And taking a progress picture every day.
Taking what?
A progress picture. And no alcohol. And sticking to a diet. That's 7 things. So yeah, so I might do that again.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Have you ever completed that?
No. The furthest I've gotten is like 55 days. So.
Oh, man. Yeah, so.
But it's okay. I mean, it takes me to a good place, mentally. So,
yeah. Yeah, I guess anything else on like the goal thing of just like, I guess if anybody's out there and they create a resolution, how about this? If they create a resolution and they fail the resolution, maybe it's something like that, or maybe it is like, how about this? We can just go with like drinking, right? Like somebody's like, they're gonna try this out. They get like 30 days under their belt. They've never had that length of time. But I guess like in some ways, a resolution, if we don't complete it, it's almost a relapse on our goal, right? Yeah. So like, what will we say to somebody that doesn't hit their goal or fails early, stops, buys that gym membership, and then they like, they're going, as a lot of people, they'll go pretty strong at the very beginning, but then they fall off. Like, how do we like reset? Can we create resolutions every month maybe in some ways?
You know what? If you fall short of your resolution, give yourself a round of fucking applause. Like, congratulate yourself for trying. I think that's where you have to go with this. Is like, hey, I failed for one reason, and that's because I gave myself an opportunity to try. And at the end of the day, that's what matters. And so give yourself a credit for trying, for giving a shit enough to do something uncomfortable or put yourself in a situation where you could fail. And I guess grieve the loss a little bit, but then like get yourself back up and try it again, like do it again. Like there's no, everyone who's gotten to the point that you want to get to has probably failed. So that's kind of what it probably takes to get there. So, yeah, don't feel bad about it. Like, give yourself props and surround yourself around people that are going to support you and help pick you back up.
I think everybody needs to fail at some point in time at something just to recognize, like, I don't know if I want to say that low, but it's like you realize you at least made the attempt. Mm-hmm. And in failure, I think that often there's opportunity for comeback or growth and most things in life, I believe. So like embrace the failure. Like if you fail at something, it doesn't mean that you are a failure in life. It just means like whatever that attempt you made. As I even talked to you about my own personal resolutions this year, I'm going to try some things. I'm going to go out of my comfort zone, and it's scary. And I'm just like, and there's that part of me of like, what if I fail? But like somebody had told me, like, you do have things to fall back on. Like, so just, if you don't ever take a shot, you never know what what could have been. No. So,
and you can't fail if you don't give up. So that's another thing too to think about, right? And I think like just continue to try and move forward. And I think that at the end of the day, that's what it's about. That's what people are going to remember. That's what you're going to end up feeling the best about. So fuck yeah.
I'd say one more thing about resolutions too. I think one thing I remember I would do back in the day was that I would announce my resolutions like almost in New Year's, or because people would ask me.
I don't like that. Yeah.
Well, I was saying, I think maybe that's why people don't like it, because people see people announce their resolutions and then they go, what happened to that? I thought you were going to quit smoking. Like you said, I guess that's an expectation you're creating with others. And maybe you don't have to do that. Like I know personally, like I'm not going to be like, hey guys, I have some resolutions I want to tell you. I just know what I need to work on, what I want to complete, what I want to do, what I want to succeed in. And I'm like, not that I'm like keeping it as a secret, but like if somebody asks me, sure, but like I'm just not, it's not a public service announcement. Like I'm just going to I'm going to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think some people probably feel motivated by that because then they get energized by the pressure, the expectation of other people. Like now they know, now they're going to hold me accountable. Some people, that actually can push you back and be like, fuck, like I committed to this. It could freeze you and like you could start hiding, eating healthy in front of people and then going in the fucking bedroom and stuffing your face with brownies or something. Yeah. So I think, gotta get to know yourself, I guess. What motivates you, right?
Right. Yeah.
What do you think, like, what's your biggest motivating factor for some of the resolutions that you've set for yourself? So let's talk about, so you said the podcast is one of them, right?
Yeah.
Being consistent. Like
career change, right? That's another one.
Change, yeah.
I think a lot of it just goes to...
What can you keep close to the vest to look at when you're feeling
resolution-wise, I mean, some of it might be ego, right? Which is not a healthy thing.
Let's talk about it.
We're running out of time, though.
The best.
It's ego,
Jesse,
I think, some of it.
You're the fucking best, Jesse.
But I think I told you one of the things that career-wise, like, I want to be closer to my family.
Are we running out of time?
Yes, dude. It's 20 minutes deep.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, bro. So, but no, I think it is, like I told you, one thing, I want to be closer to, like, my daughter professionally. Like, I want to be
you
around.
Want to have more time.
Yeah, I want more time.
Flexibility.
Time on things that are really important at the end of the day. You want to be the fucking
man.
Yeah, like...
The man with the master plan. Yeah.
So I want to be more present on in the things in life that are important to me. Being in an office like 9 to 5, that's not important to me.
Yeah.
When I leave that office, when I come home, when I see that smile on my daughter's face, that's important to me. I got to work towards that. I want to be more present. So
Get bold, dog. You're getting bold. Who's gonna watch this and be like, "What are you doing, Jesse? You leaving us?"
Well, tough shit. Thanks for watching, though. Next time we're doing shout-outs, right?
Oh, we are doing shout-outs. Actually, can I shout someone out right? We gotta do it in the beginning, though.
Let's do it at the beginning. But hey, real quickly.
What?
My resolution, too, is to continue to, have Big Dave on the podcast. We'll get him on the show. How about that?
Dave, what do you got to say about that? Yes.
That's a goal right there. Dave Batista on Mr. Therapist and the Counselor.
Yeah, we got to get him on the podcast.
What were we going to say?
Doesn't
matter.
Thanks
Time's
for watching.
up. Thank you, guys.